welcome to my 4th League of Legends commentary. This is another game on the public beta environment, because all the ones on the normal client are like 10 minutes into the game, and I'd rather not commentate those games. So, here we go. For the blue team, it looks like we have Draven Middle, who just picked up first blood onto... Shoot, who died? The sidebar isn't working. I guess Soraka? Yeah. Draven just picked up first blood on Soraka, who is mid for purple team. On top, we have Tryndamere. Is that Tryndamere? Is that Nasus? Who the fuck is that? I should look over here. It's Nasus! Okay. Nasus is top. Volibear jungles. And then we have Morgana and Evelynn? I don't even know her full name. Evelynn on bottom. For purple team, we have no jungler, apparently. Unless Fiora is jungling. Or she just has Smite and is bot lane. Anyway, Fiora is in bottom. It looks like this guy, Mordekaiser, is actually out of the game right now. He's level 1 and he's been at the well ever since I noticed him. So that looks unfortunate for purple team and Fiora in particular. She probably intended to jungle, but then Mordekaiser wasn't there and they just needed somebody in lane. I don't know why they had her, or why they didn't have her go top though, or have somebody from top come bottom. Anyway, purple top lane is Tryndamere versus Nunu, and I'm realizing that I just missed another kill, and the sidebar things still aren't telling me who died, unless they already respawned. I see Evelynn and Morgana heading back to lane. Who has death? Soraka has a death. She was first blood. Alright, so Morgana and Evelynn both died. I remember seeing Soraka come bottom for a gank, I guess. So, Morgana has the, not Ruby Crystal, Sapphire Crystal, which I've heard is a bad starting item for her. More than that, I can't really say. She has pretty shitty CS, though. So does Evelynn. Fiora has built a Wriggle's Lantern already, which works. It gives her sustain, and, you know, that free ward, and armor, which is always nice. Though armor doesn't help her much in this lane, so I'm inclined to say that's a bad choice of items. And while she was back home buying a Wriggle's Lantern, her lane opponents pushed that tower pretty hard. I don't know how much of that damage was dealt just then, or how much of it was dealt previously, but bottom lane tower is very low. Evelynn almost dying there, but Morgana was able to chase away Soraka. Might not have been able to get the kill anyway. An exhaust goes on to Tryndamere, and shit, who's he? Nasus. I've never seen that skin before. I'm not used to it. He doesn't have a... Does he have a head? I gotta figure this out. And there goes Volibear. Sorry. Nasus does have a head. It's just hard to see. And that looks like the blood... whatever Tryndamere skin. Anyway, so Nasus was trying to get that kill onto Tryndamere. It didn't work out, even with the exhaust and all of his abilities. Tryndamere managed to escape, probably with his spin, but I honestly wasn't checking. And Volibear just doesn't know if he's in the game or not. Can't make up his mind. I'm not sure what Draven is doing. It looks like he just grabbed his red buff. And it looks like Soraka went back. And Fiora was in the jungle doing something. Maybe she wanted to help Soraka gank? Regardless, she just took down Evelynn all by herself. Blue lane bot is actually doing pretty bad. Evelyn still has almost no farm whatsoever, and Morgana, she has a decent amount of farm, I guess, but it could be or should be better. And either way, Fiora seems to be doing pretty good 1v2. Mordekaiser, as I said, is still level 1 and must be out of the game. Volibear, I guess, is having connection issues also. Or maybe he's just a slow jungler, but he's only level 3. I'm going to blame that mostly on the disconnection. Morgana going back. She had almost full health. I guess she just wanted to upgrade her boots. Granted, she didn't have a lot of mana, so that mana potion should help, but I don't know. It didn't seem necessary for her to go back, although she may as well since her lane is pushed. Draven now doing a lot of damage on the Soraka. Might be able to get this kill. He's using his bouncing daggers quite well, but a heal goes on from Soraka. I think that was a summoner heal. But Draven manages to damage through it and get the kill anyway, taking a single shot from tower, almost dying himself. But it was worth it, considering, you know, he got a kill and didn't die himself. He's still in lane. I guess he knows that there's nobody to push him out of lane. You can see Fiora bot and the two people top, so he feels pretty comfortable right now pushing, knowing that Mordekaiser still isn't in the game. A turret dive going down on top. Tryndamere and Nunu went in on Nasus, and it worked pretty well. Obviously, they had to tank a tower, but that's why Tryndamere used his ultimate. He avoided that damage, managed to get out. Morgana did come up and was almost able to take him down, but he just barely got out, even with Morgana's ult. I guess she wasn't moving fast enough. But Draven comes up and snags that kill out. So now Nunu is probably pretty worried, facing Morgana, and knowing that there's a Draven in the area. Even if Draven might have gone home, he's still been doing pretty good. Nunu is pretty low. He puts on Ignite on Nunu, and that's going to kill him. One basic auto attack from Morgana, and maybe that did a bit of extra damage that might have been necessary, but Nunu goes down. Draven had to sacrifice himself for the kill, so I'm not sure if it's worth it, but oh well. I also saw Fiora do a turret dive on bottom and kill Evelyn while all that stuff was going on top, and she just did it again. So that's 2 more kills for Fiora. As I said before, she seems to be doing pretty well 1v2, and now I've got to say she's doing really well. She's 3-0-2. Nasus is going to fall down here now. He did exhaust Tryndamere, but Tryndamere exhausts him right back. Soraka was doing a lot of damage. She actually got the kill instead of Tryndamere. But, you know, that's okay. Soraka, let's see, I think I can see how she's been leveling her abilities. Her Starfall is level 4. Starcall, rather, not Starfall. She is going AP, not support, as you can tell by the fact that she's in mid lane. Fiora now jumping on Evelyn and doing so much damage. Is going to get this kill with her ultimate. Probably going to take out Morgana too. There it goes. Double kill. Taking a few tower shots, but it is fine. Fiora is fed, and she is going to become a scary force in this game. She's now running away from Draven, who she is certain can kill her. I think she might have been planning on suiciding into the towers, but Draven going to catch up to her. He already used his ult to make sure that he got some damage down on her, and now is running after her. He does have that Spood Beast ability, and now Nunu and Tryndamere actually coming in to scare off Draven, and they might be able to get a kill on them. Evelyn comes in here, but she's not going to be able to do much. Oh man, Fiora takes her down in like 3 hits. Evelyn is feeding pretty heavily at this point, 0 and 6. Since they had 3 people in the area, purple team is deciding to take this blue. It's probably going to go to Fiora. Nunu could use it, but I think he's doing mainly support, and Tryndamere doesn't need it. Sure, the cooldowns are nice, but it's unnecessary. And now they're going to go top and gank Nasus, and I bet you they're going to get that kill. So here it goes. Fiora was just kind of hanging out, attacking some minions, and quickly does about half of the damage required to kill Nasus. Snowball comes in from Nunu, and Tryndamere, I think, used his W to slow him, and they were able to continue putting out that damage. And honestly, I'm not sure which of the 3 got the kill. So let's see, Volibear is back in the game. I'm not sure exactly when that happened. Last I saw, he disconnected. But he is still level 3. So, well, this game is technically 5 vs 4. Volibear is pretty far behind and won't be helping much. And any advantage he might give to blue team is cancelled out by Evelynn, because, like I said, she's just feeding. Nasus has been a bit out of luck, going 2v1, or 1v2 rather. He is a pretty good champion for that sort of stuff. He is rather durable. He's not doing a particularly durable build, however. He might get a kill onto Tryndamere if he can slow him down a little bit more. He does have that Wither, but I think Wither already went down. Tryndamere was able to escape, though, by using Exhaust on there. And now Soraka is going to fall to Evelynn and Morgana. Morgana gets the kill. Let's see, Draven was there too. I actually missed that. And a slow, double slow onto Nasus. A Wither goes on to Tryndamere, but it's not even going to matter. Tryndamere has that heal, and with the extra damage from Nunu, they're going to be able to take out Nasus. Fiora now jumping onto Evelynn and Morgana. This isn't anything new for her. Evelynn is so close to dying. So is Morgana. The ult goes down. I was expecting that. And oh no! Morgana and Evelynn almost got away with so little health. Evelynn actually did get away, but it looks like she's running back in. Fiora was able to get that last hit down on Morgana, and then she turned around and took out Volibear too. And as soon as that Evelynn turned back around, I was expecting Fiora to realize that she's going to die anyway, and just turn around and get the kill there too. But she didn't. Instead, she just kept running away, and ended up falling to that turret. So that's unfortunate for Fiora, but she is still 9-1. She is very fed, going home, picking up a Bloodthirster, just straight up. Pretty big battle going down on bottom here. Tryndamere used his ult to survive, but the fight went on too long, and he ended up falling. Now Nunu is being chased away from Nasus and Draven. He's not going to be able to make it, not with that Wither, and not with the damage output and speed of Draven. Meanwhile, Soraka picked up another kill in mid on that Evelynn, who didn't go back. This Evelynn is just a bad player, frankly. So let's see, Soraka is 4-3-0. She does have a little bit of spell vamp. Not too much ability power, though in some ways she doesn't really need it, considering her Star Call shreds magic resist for 12, and that stacks up to 10 times, was it? Oh, it moved. I didn't actually want to look at her focus screen on her, but alright, yeah, so I think it stacks 10 times, so she can theoretically reduce somebody's magic resistance by 120? No, that can't be right. I gotta look at this again, I'm sorry. Yeah, it stacks up to 10 times. So she should be able to lower magic resistance by 120, which means she doesn't necessarily need a lot of ability power. Not as much ability power as some other champions would need, actually. And Evelynn picked up 2 kills. I don't know where that happened. I didn't see it. Maybe she happened to take that kill onto Soraka. Though really it should have gone to Draven. Draven is doing so much more damage than Evelynn. He's fairly fed himself, going 6-2-3. He does have that BF sword. It looks like he's about to get a Bloodthirster. Morgana now actually engaging Tryndamere and Nunu up top. I think both of them will be able to get away. But Morgana does have... Well, she is building a fair amount of ability power. She does have that Blasting Wand. I'm not sure what she's going to build that into, but she also has a Catalyst, which will surely go into Rod of Ages, and actually, Catalyst and not Bloodthirster, Blasting Wand are the two things needed for a Rod of Ages. Now a Nunu ult in the bushes, Morgana and Volibear walked into that one, and they both died. No, sorry, Morgana did not die. Evelynn died somewhere in there. But Volibear fell almost immediately. He might have been at low health already, I can't be sure. Morgana took a lot of damage, but managed to survive. And now with Draven coming up, managed to clean up Tryndamere and Nunu. Fiora now at 11, 2, and 3. She did get that Bloodthirster. She went with Mercury Treads also, and she got a pickaxe, which leads me to think she's going to build... Well, I would say Infinity Edge, but actually I think that pickaxe can also be built towards T-Mats. And, you know, double or triple Tiamat is supposed to be pretty good on Fiora with that splash damage combined with her ult. So I would suspect that that's what she's going for, actually. Morgana now has completed that Rod of Ages. And Nunu actually getting a lot of ability power with a needlessly large rod. So he's not going just support, although perhaps he knows that because his team is so far ahead. 11 kills already and about 8,000 gold. He probably realizes that he can afford to stop being support and just get a needlessly large rod. Draven now, I just noticed he picked up a cloak of, not agility. Yes, it is a cloak of agility, actually. He's probably going to get a Phantom Dancer, but battle going on down here. Fiora almost picking up Evelynn, but there's too much CC on her from Morgana and Nasus. And now Soraka is actually going to be able to flash out. She's not going to die. Volibear did catch her, but I think she can take him out, or not. Oh, she was out of mana, so she wasn't able to do the damage she needed to. Evelynn was in the area. So a few people fell for purple team. Well, a couple. But at the same time, the other members of purple team were using that opportunity to push top, and they took out the inhibitor turret, or base turret. I'm not sure what the precise name for it is. Tryndamere using his ult at precisely the right time to be able to survive. If he had activated it any later, he would have fallen right then. I'm not sure if it is worth it exactly. He did manage to spin in and get one last big hit, a critical strike, onto Draven, which gave him the kill. But, of course, there's no way for him to get out unless he turned around immediately after using his ultimate, or even right before. He still may not have been able to get out. His ultimate only lasts for, I think, 4 to 6 seconds, depending on level. But there's a lot of CC there. That Wither from Nasus is just vicious. Let's see, Tryndamere did build an Infinity Edge and now is going for a Phantom Dancer. I can't say how far along his build was before he went back to base and bought. Before he died just there. Fiora, though, has gone for a Last Whisper, which is another item that can be built from pickaxe. So she is going to be able to do a lot of damage, although, admittedly, blue team doesn't have a lot of armor anyway. There are no armor items on their team. I don't think Frozen Malak gives any armor. Volibear did just pick up a chain vest, but it's not going to help him too incredibly much. Not against that Infinity Edge, anyway. Not Infinity Edge, sorry. Last Whisper. Let's see, Draven engaging Soraka here. With his critical strikes, he's going to be able to take her out pretty quickly. A heal does go down, but it's not going to be enough. Fiora now jumps in. Oh, there she is. She ulted, and she is doing a 1v4 right now. She did manage to take out Draven there. No. Yes. Draven? Yes. Um, but then she fell to the other members of that team. Sorry, brain fart. So Fiora and Tryndamere are by far the leaders in terms of creep score. Soraka is trailing behind them, but nobody on blue team has breached the triple digits yet. Draven is close, and Morgana is getting close, but they're still far behind those three members of purple team. Purple team now 10 kills ahead and 10,000 gold ahead. Somebody picked up Dragon, I assume it's purple team, just because they're so far away. Tryndamere going to get that red buff, which will help him quite a bit. Critting for a good amount of damage. If we look at the gold here, you can see that Tryndamere and Fiora just have mountains of it. Not currently, but they have acquired mountains of it. Tryndamere does have about 2,000 gold. He's going back to base right now. He's going to buy some items. Soraka also has a good bit of gold. And Mordekaiser, actually, though he's not in this game, has over 3,000. But that doesn't matter. Morgana has the most gold for purple team at about 1,700. The rest of them are still pretty low. The highest gold on purple team goes to Draven with almost 8,000, which is still 3 or 4 behind anybody on purple team, really. So, if the gold deficit up top wasn't enough, then we can see from there that purple team is clearly winning. And here we go, Tryndamere able to take on Baron with the help of Nunu. With that Blood Boil, he's just attacking so fast. He has completed that Phantom Dancer and got himself a bit of lifesteal, which is necessary if you're going to try to almost solo Baron. So he takes that down without much trouble. He is pretty fed, and again, with that help from Nunu, it just wasn't too difficult of a thing to do. So he's going to come in now and get a kill on Draven with 3 hits. It does take him a while because he flashed over a wall, but Tryndamere is able to chase him down, especially with the help of an Exhaust and an Ignite, actually. And now he's going to take out Morgana again in 3 hits. He's doing so much damage. That's part of the reason why people call Tryndamere a hyper carry. Hopefully he has his ultimate. He's taking a lot of damage from turrets. He actually didn't have to use his ultimate there. Maybe his lifesteal helped him, and heals from Soraka, and he does have a fair heal of his own. So he was able to survive that, and let's see, where is he? Okay, his ultimate was used. And there goes the ace onto blue team, with Evelynn dying under a turret. So they take out middle turret, and now have that inhibitor down. And at this point, they just GG. Yeah, it would have been only a matter of minutes before they were able to take down those 2 Nexus turrets and end the game. Draven was up, but there really wasn't much he could do, especially not against a full team. And there comes his ult returning to him on the minimap. So, well played by purple team, or at least played badly by blue team on the behalf of Evelynn's part. If she hadn't fed Fiora so much, things would have been a lot easier, but Nasus and Volibear sort of fed too. It just kind of took them a bit longer. But Tryndamere was able to just do too much damage, and especially with ganks. Tryndamere and Fiora can do so much damage, and they got to the point where they were fed and were able to just put out all of that damage. And it got to a point where blue team just couldn't do anything about it. They could walk into a battle and just all die almost instantly. And if they didn't die, they'd be rendered useless. So, partially their fault. I can't really judge how much of that is due to purple team just being skilled. Let's see, they'll all be level 30. No, actually, they're all level 0. But they're all level 30, actually, because of the PBE, Public Beta Environment. So let's just take a quick look at the damage here. Draven did by far the most for blue team. Volibear actually did a fair amount for how often he was disconnected. He was 3rd in damage behind Morgana. I would have expected Nasus to do more damage and Evelynn to do less damage, actually. On purple team, Soraka did quite a bit of damage. She did more than anybody on blue team. Tryndamere and Fiora did a lot of damage. Nunu did a share of damage, and of course Mordekaiser didn't do anything. Let's see. Biggest critical strike is 875 on Tryndamere. Followed fairly closely by Fiora and then Draven, but still, almost 900 damage is a huge amount to heal in a single hit. To deal. Did I say heal? I don't know. Anyway, that was my 4th commentary. I hope you enjoyed it.